Prague, the capital and largest city of the Czech Republic, is one of Europe's most breathtakingly beautiful and alluring destinations. This fairy tale city, also known as the City of 100 Spires due to its beautiful cathedrals and pointy spires, is known for its diverse architecture and museums, as well as its abundant and cheap nightlife, extensive shopping options, hearty food and cheap beer, and its well-maintained UNESCO World Heritage City Center. This UNESCO-listed city has something for everyone, from Renaissance architecture and Gothic grace to modern art and eclectic nightlife. So in this video, we'll show you our top 10 list of things to do in Prague. Hello tourists and travelers, welcome back to Travel Purity, where we bring you the most exciting places in the world. Number 1. Explore the Prague Castle. Exploring the Prague Castle will transport you to one of the Disney princess movies. It appears to be something out of a fairy tale, and exploring the castle is a must-do when in Prague. The Prague Castle is the largest ancient castle in the world, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, and serves as the official office of the Czech Republic's president. The castle is more than just turrets and towers. It is a massive and complex structure that houses palaces, St. Britta's Cathedral, churches, the president's state office and apartments, a monastery, museum, and art galleries clustered around 3 main courtyards. This massive fortress would undoubtedly take some time to tour, but the views of the Vltava River with the old town and its many beautiful spires in the background would be well worth it. And while you're there, try to catch the changing of the guard ceremony, which takes place every day at noon local time. Number 2. Stroll across Charles Bridge. The magnificent Charles Bridge, one of Europe's most recognizable old bridges, boasts 32 distinct points of interest along its 621-meter span. The bridge is a medieval stone arch bridge that spans the Vltava River in Prague, and it is particularly notable for its numerous fine old statues. Among the most important are those of Holy Roman Emperor Charles IV and John of Nepomuk, the country's most revered saint, which were unveiled in 1683. Strolling along the bridge would provide you with spectacular views of the Vltava River and the structure's magnificent Gothic gates. Viewing the Charles Bridge at night is also highly recommended because there will be few people, especially after the spectacular sunset. Number 3. Explore the historic center of Old Town Square. The Old Town Square is practically the heart of Prague, and it is insanely beautiful, with so many things to see and do. The historic Old Town Square is always crowded with tourists. The square is ideal for admiring Prague's incredible architecture and is always bustling with street performers, musicians, cafes, and restaurants. Old Town Square is the oldest square in Prague and is frequently voted one of the most beautiful squares in Europe. You can also see the world's oldest working astronomical clock while exploring the Old Town Square. The clock was installed in 1410. And every hour it puts on a magnificent performance depicting the journey of the 12 apostles. Number 4. Visit the Jewish Quarter. Between the Old Town Square and the Vltava River lies the Jewish Quarter, also known as Josefa. For centuries, the Jewish Quarter was regarded as a ghetto, but in the late 1800s, large sections were demolished to make way for Art Nouveau apartment buildings, and it was transformed into one of the city's most important and interesting districts. It is a pleasant place to walk through, and it's home to the Jewish Town Hall, the Jewish Museum and Cemetery, and 6 magnificent synagogues. The most spectacular is the Spanish Synagogue, a Moorish Revival masterpiece. The stunning structure is a must-see, especially when classical music concerts are held there. A statue of famous writer Franz Kafka, whose struggle is etched in stone, guards the entrance. Number 5. Take a river cruise. Nothing beats kicking back and admiring the sparkling Prague lights at twilight on a smooth-moving river cruise after a long day of exploring. Prague is located on the Vltava River, and taking a river cruise at night is one of the best things to do in Prague. A cruise is truly one of the most enjoyable ways to see the wonders of Prague's historical center. During the cruise, you will enjoy unforgettable deck views, refreshing drinks, and a fascinating commentary tour. From the ship, you'll see the Charles's Bridge, the Dancing House, Petron Tower, the historic fort of Vinohrad, and the world's largest castle complex, Prague Castle. Thank you for sticking with us this far into the video. Before we continue, here's some quick information. Before visiting the city, you should consider purchasing the Prague Card. The Prague Card is valid for 2 to 4 days in Prague and includes free admission to more than 60 attractions. It also includes tour discounts, a Vltava River cruise, a bus tour, and free admission to popular Prague attractions such as Prague Castle, St. Vitus Cathedral, Royal Palace, Golden Lane, and St. George's Basilica. It's a good deal, and you should take advantage of it. And if you have any thoughts on this video, please share them in the comments section below. Number 6. Bathe in the beer spa. Imagine relaxing in a tub of warm, bubbling beer while having unrestricted access to 2 taps of delicious cold brews within arm's reach. It may seem strange, but it is very common in Prague and other parts of Eastern Europe. Prague is known as the world's beer capital, so it's not surprising that they have something called a beer spa. It's a very Czech thing to do, and you should definitely try it. There aren't any hot stones or massage oil in this room, only good old-fashioned beer. Bathing in beer might sound strange, but the Czechs believe it has a mental and physical benefit, acting as a stress reliever and skin revitalizer. So if you're in Prague, you should definitely give it a try. Number 7. The Lennon Wall. The Lennon Wall, which has stood since the 1980s as a tribute to former Beatle and peace activist John Lennon, is one of the city's most unexpected attractions. Following the singer's assassination in 1980, this otherwise unassuming wall near the Charles Bridge became a place for fans to express their grief by painting pictures, lyrics, and slogans attributed to the star. Despite police efforts to remove the graffiti, the memorial wall continued to resurface, and the location became a symbol of hope and peace for the city's residents. To this day, tourists can be seen adding their sentiments to the wall, in addition to gathering on the anniversary of John Lennon's death. It is one of the most unique things to do in Prague, so make sure to leave your mark on this iconic wall when you visit. Number 8. Petron Hill. Petron Hill, which towers 130 meters above the Vltava River, is one of Prague's most popular attractions. It's so obvious that you shouldn't miss it. It is conveniently located near the river, Prague Castle, and numerous restaurants and cafes. And most importantly, it offers visitors breathtaking views of Prague. It is one of Prague's greenest areas, and the walk to the top of the hill is pleasant, with plenty of benches to rest your legs on while admiring the view. Alternatively, you can take the funicular railway from the lower quarter all the way to the top of Petron Hill. At the summit, there is a miniature Eiffel Tower, landscaped gardens, and the unusual Church of St. Michael, a wooden structure relocated from Ukraine. Number 9. Visit the Prague Zoo. Prague Zoo, built on rugged terrain and featuring a variety of exotic exhibitions, is regarded as one of the most beautiful zoos not only in Europe but worldwide. Along with its more than 4,200 animals representing 650 species, many of which are on the verge of extinction, the zoo is notable for its role in the conservation of the native and endangered Przewozowski horses. This 140-acre attraction, located in the Troja suburbs just north of the city center, is a particularly enjoyable outing for families. Aside from the usual zoo attractions, there is a dedicated children's zoo on site, Bottle Reserve, where kids can learn to make paper from elephant dung or hand feed the giraffes. The zoo is an excellent place to spend the entire day with family and loved ones. Number 10. The Dancing House. There is a dancing house in Prague, not literal dancing, but the structure does resemble a man and woman dancing. Between 1992 and 1996, Frank Gehry constructed the Dancing House, Prague's most outstanding modern architectural creation. This magnificent structure, made up of 2 adjoining towers, has unique curves that resemble 2 dancing figures, an effect heightened by the fact that one of the towers is shaped like a woman wearing a skirt. The obscure Dancing House, a unique take on modern architecture, is more than just a site. It's also a symbol. The glass tower represents woman, while the rock tower represents man. The 7-story building, which is now home to numerous offices and galleries, offers a breathtaking view of the city. There you have it, the top 10 things to do in Prague. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you're new to our channel, hit the red subscribe button and click the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload videos like this. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.